So I usually don't, I'll be honest, I don't like to focus on things that we can't have. I don't like to focus on the things that you just can't and in general, because it really sets the wrong mindset. And I think you should really focus more on the things that you can have and can do. But I'm gonna do a second video to that. So these are the foods that you need to avoid. So let's dive right in, guys. This is your top 10 list of foods that you must avoid. And there was like, you know, when you try to like place the most dramatic one last, there were so many dramatics that I didn't know where to go with it. But the first group of foods that you need to avoid are sugars and sugars. So anything that's full of sugar. And here's where I see the most complication is that people just don't realize that the food that they're intaking has sugar in it. Like all the fruit juices that you're drinking, it has sugar. The banana, the ice cream, the cookie, the smoothie that you're drinking has sugar in it. So you have to avoid that. And yes, I get that it's sugar. Here's a key thing, is that also you have to understand that a banana 100 years ago is not the same banana that you consume today. It's been modified and it has way more sugar in it today than it did 100 years ago. I can promise you that. Just look it up. So sugar, if you need to know more of what that looks like, I will definitely just reach out to me. I'll coach you and mentor you and inspire you and light flames under your butt and just lead you to a better lifestyle and overall health. So sugar is my number one. Number two are grains and starches. So what does that look like? Starches, potatoes, rice, sweet potatoes even, because a lot of people say, okay, well, I can't have Idaho white potatoes, but I can have sweet potatoes, right? No, the answer to that is no. If you're doing a strict ketogenic diet, then you can't, because it's still full of carbs. Grains are anything that, it's funny because it gets marketed like bran is a grain, and you have like bran raisin cereal and all of those things. You can't have that. Like those are starches. Those are carbs. Those change into glucose, into sugar when you consume them. That is how you utilize them as a fuel source. So grains and starches are out. Number three is fruit. So like I just said, the banana, apples, anything that's really loaded with sugar. You can eat berries in moderation on a ketogenic diet. So strawberries, blueberries, things of that sort. But other than that, fruits are definitely out. Beans and legumes. Legumes. I don't know how you really say that. Anyway, it's beans. You can't have beans. So anything like peas, kidney beans, black beans, chickpeas, so hummus, typically out, even though it's marketed as a health food on a ketogenic diet. You can't consume it because it is made out of chickpeas. So you can't do that. Next, any root vegetable. So anything really grown underground. There are a few exceptions that I have delicious recipes for, but let's just keep this on the don't. So carrots, again, potatoes. I have some stuff written down. Parsnips, you can't have. There is a list of things that you can have that I will be more than happy to get to you, but we'll go over more of those tomorrow. So root vegetables are definitely out. Condiments and sauces. You guys really, really, really have to watch out for your condiments and sauces. And here's why. Most of them are loaded with sugar. So your regular ketchup has sugar in it. Any barbecue sauce definitely has sugar in it. Those things are all filled with sugar. Mayonnaise that you buy in a container typically, unless you find an awesome brand, which I have, Duke's. But most of the mayonnaise, most of your ranch dressings, any dressing like that, they're loaded with sugar. So furthermore, you have to read the ingredients and just make sure that there isn't a ton of sugar in these condiments and sauces that you're using. I highly suggest just making your own, but I know that can get a little time consuming and overwhelming for people that just want to make this super easy and applicable to their life. So that is why I come out with things that you can buy in the store that are better than other things. So condiments and sauces, just be super, super, super careful of that. Unhealthy fats, there's a lot, but most that I see people consuming that they probably shouldn't is vegetable oil and canola oil. Those are horrible oils to consume. Don't. There are plenty of good oils to replace vegetable oil and canola oil with. Just a couple to name a few: olive oil and coconut oil are awesome. So stop buying canola oil and stop buying vegetable oil. Just do yourself a favor. Alcohol, most of it's filled with carbs, so sorry, not sorry, but alcohol isn't very keto friendly, though there are some posts out there that say alcoholic drinks that are keto friendly. Just if you want an overall healthy lifestyle, moderation is key. I will definitely say that, and just avoid it at all costs if you can, but if not, moderation. My ninth food to avoid when doing a ketogenic lifestyle is sugar-free anything. So if you go into the store and it says sugar-free, don't buy it. That is a tactic. It is a ploy to get you to buy it because you think you're buying stuff that is not filled with sugar, and the truth of the matter is it's filled with sugar. If you just go to the ingredients and read some of the 50 names of sugar that they can stick in food and still label it sugar-free. It is maltodextrin, it is dextrose, it is corn syrup, it is fructose, and all of those things that rhyme with gross. It is disgusting. It's a topic that I talk about all the time, and I list those things all the time because they are artificial sweeteners. They are alcohol sugars that are gross and still spike insulin when consuming them. So if it says sugar-free, be very skeptical of it and read the ingredients. That's huge, guys. Huge. And my number 10 thing, which I didn't know if I should put this first or last to make it like the whole like wow thing. My number 10 thing to avoid when doing a ketogenic lifestyle, consuming food, is anything, please, for the love of all things human, stay away from it if it says low fat. Do not do it. Avoid it. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Do not do any of the things. If it says low fat, turn around and walk away. You want to get full fat things, guys. Full fat. You want full fat cream cheese. You want full fat sour cream. You want full fat things, cheese, just in general. When they cut fat out of things, they pump it with sugar to make it taste good. So if you want a good ketogenic lifestyle, eat the good fat. Just consume it all and love on it. The only thing I would say to not get low fat is yogurt. But that's a whole different thing. If you are consuming yogurt, I really don't do it. I did buy a thing of low-fat Greek plain yogurt because you can add the fat to it, but the low-fat yogurt typically has less sugar in it. It can get kind of confusing. I would just stay away from yogurt, period. Just stay away from sugars. Just stay away from low fat and eat all of the good fat. So that was your top 10 things to avoid when starting a ketogenic lifestyle. As always, just drink some ketones. That's what I did. And then eating correctly or eating in a way that was healthier for me just came naturally. It was that simple. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your Sunday. I'm gonna go watch the rest of this football game. I guess go Chiefs. I think the Steelers play tonight, so that's super exciting. Tell me who your favorite I don't know, team is, all of the things, and I will talk to you guys later. I love you so very much. Go out and inspire somebody to be better. This is Lucy, and she's a doll face. We love her. So say hi. She's just gonna chill down here like she usually does.